The viceroy had only been dead for 2 days when King Thacyr I held a meeting with his sisters Awen, who had married Lord Ankud-Od, as well as Urun, who in turn had married Lord Remendulx, and finally, of course, Tiri Barun. 4 siblings have not the easiest relations reuniting, but this meeting of theirs was unlike any prior one. This time, they came to bring order to the realm, instead of just spend time squabbling. The greatest of the Erenor houses banded together to redistribute food and material to the realm. Prophets on the street cried about the king's new conquest, illustrating that no peace would ever last. But spring came. The storms died and the seas turned warmer, and the king turned warmer with. Trade was re-established with the mainland, and fish were everywhere to be fished again. The spring that never ends, the people cheered. The bloom, as history remembers. During the bloom boom, the Isle's rate of birth sped up like an arrow shot into the sky, and the future had never been so bright. In celebration of the bloom, a tournament was held on Earth Isle, hosted jointly by the houses Odd, Cunniver, and Gladys. Many knight and lord made a name for themselves at the tournament in different areas. There was jousting, which was often the second most beloved competition, but there was also archery, sailing, and running and wrestling. But the most beloved sport of all was the art of the duel. All loved to fight. Men of lower birth often perished in the earliest rounds due to a lack of good armor and weaponry, though most of all training, but the lords and knights of the realm had their share of glory. Lords from the host families made it far in the tournament. Ankud-Od, the beloved son of the host, Tyrgorn, and Lord Husband of Awen. Rain Cunniver, one of Lord Cunniver's 5 sons, said to be the greatest of them all, at least in terms of the sword. Lord August Gladys himself fought long as well, but fell near the end. But the man who won each of his duels leading up to the final was no noble, nor a landed knight. He was a man from the northern state of Verlins, and judging by the way the king looked at him, the people knew Thacyr was not fond of this young warrior. His name was Thacyr. Was it about his humble origins, then? Was it the purple garment Thacyr wore that reminded the king of Lord Nygard Mez? Or was it how he defeated the king's best friend, Abion the Axe, in the final? There, with the axe's blood on his armor, the man named Thacyr threw his sword into the dirt, pointed at the king and proclaimed, "May the blood of the king reign true forever." And then nothing. The warrior left. In this tournament, each warrior sought some form of glory. A sword, a name, a castle, the annals of history. What did this man want? "May the blood of the king reign true forever," echoed in the Isles. The lords of the realms were begging the king to take the hand of their daughters, sisters, mothers even, but King Thacyr refused. Meanwhile, the king's older sister Tiri had made it a habit to visit the castle Thacyr had earned in the tournament, and the rumors said none but ill of their relationship. The filthy kind of ill. Only a month later, King Thacyr took his most trusted guards to the champion's castle. But the histories do not say what happened there and then. But spring prevailed. When the height of summer came to an end, the trees and their leaves persisted. Autumn was green and hot, and winter was somehow hotter. Another spring came, cooled things down for a while, and then the cycle went on again. Year after year, year after year, on, and then again. And as the years went by, 275, 277, and 280, and so on, King Thacyr ruled over the peace in safety, protected by his closest guard of all, Thacyr.